You're talking about morality. The Congress is talking about morality. Mr. Uddhav Thackeray is talking about morality. What is moral about stitching together a post-poll alliance? Post-poll alliances, as you know, and you've been critical of the BJP when it did one with Mufti's party, the PDP in Kashmir. You'll remember that. You were here on this show. We were all critical of it. Because they're by nature opportunistic. They are not morally defensible. So on that point alone, you can't claim the moral high ground. Secondly, surely if there was an impropriety of the nature that is being claimed today by Mr. Uddhav Thackeray and others, the Supreme Court would not have abetted in it. Would it have? And thirdly, sir, if it was all so above board, the actions of Uddhav Thackeray, had he really occupied the moral high ground here, he would have actually put his conscience to test. He didn't. He ran away.
Right. So the Supreme Court said it very clearly that the decision of Mr. Rahul Narvekar to recognize Mr. Gogavale as the chief whip is illegal. No if and but. And that's where the government loses the majority, because once you have a whip who's perhaps somewhere in Assam in a 5-star resort, and the whip is not at the legislature, and the whip has been removed illegally, the whip of Eknath Shinde applies. So A, the floor test that would have happened subsequently, had it happened, would have been illegal, and Uddhav Thackeray would have been reinstated. That's what the Supreme Court said, but that did not happen.
What better way
but that did not happen.
Proving that point by going up and allowing for the conduct of the floor test?
I absolutely agree. And there, I was with you on the night when Uddhav Thackeray ji resigned, and that's the first thing I spoke to you.
Mr.
That in
Pawar
an election,
said that this was an act of great political immaturity and naivety.
See, I am not a spokesperson for NCP. I don't have any beef. I don't care for them.
You can't suddenly now disassociate yourself from your own ally.
I think from a very different point of view. So I completely concede. And that night I said this on your show.
No, but did Mr. Sharad Pawar say this or not?
I mean, it's you don't in politics resign on Facebook. That's being woke. You resign in the assembly. You remember Atal Bihari Vajpayee?
There you go.
That's the first. You look at the last man. You fight. So I agree with you. But let me ask you more. I completely agree. So there's no if and but out there. Mr. Uddhav Thackeray should have faced it. There's also a bigger question out there.
Why didn't he face it?
There's a bigger... Because this government, for some reason, he felt that resigning on Facebook may have got him sympathy. I don't know what he thought. But being woke will never win you elections.
Because he did not have the numbers.
No, once again. The numbers do not add up because the whip would have applied. That's where you're wrong. Rahul.
That could have been contested as it was. No, hang on.
Going into it, allow me to clarify.
Sir, one minute.
Going into it, allow me to clarify. No, the question that the BJP spokesperson raised of numbers would not apply and is hypothetical, because then the whip of Uddhav Thackeray would apply and these descending MLAs would have been suspended.
So they would.
That was illegal by Rahul Narvekar.
So you would have, in any case, you went in any case. One second. No. Now you're jumping. The logic here.
No, I'm not.
You in any case have challenged. You would have had a better ground to challenge.
True.
Had an impropriety happened on the floor of the House, and you would have lost because of it. And today, perhaps you would have been back in power.
Reinstated. Absolutely agree.
So then
that's what Kapil Sibal said in court.
So it's very, very straight then. It's very straight. You cannot claim today a higher moral ground just on the basis of a supposition.
Morality in politics
How do you know?
Morality in politics is dead. Politics has to be hardcore. But let me add one more line. The Congress should have had...
So are you saying the Supreme Court is actually underwriting an immorality here?
The Supreme Court had no choice. The Supreme Court had no choice but to continue to this government. Just 10 seconds. Had no choice but to allow this government to continue only because Uddhav Thackeray ran away. But allow me one more point. Allow me one more point.
Take one counter. Take one counter. Just take one counter. Take one counter. No, enough of your turn. Take one counter. If he's saying that the Supreme Court had no option but to do this as a fait accompli, who has the disqualification proceedings been given to? The Speaker. One second. Tehseen, one second.
Okay, allow me to rebut.
The very fact that the Speaker, which he says has been colored with illegality, has been given the onerous task to now decide upon this forthcoming disqualifications prove that he is not colored in illegality or unconstitutionality. One second. Secondly, neither is this underwriting any kind of immorality, because anything that is essentially legal can't be immoral.
Okay, so let's get the response.
Allow me to give you a counter.
Yes, Tehseen Poonawalla.
Whatever decision the Speaker now takes will be subject to a Supreme Court review.
It is
The
anyways.
Speaker-
One
the
second.
Speaker will have to-
No, no, no.
So one second.
Judicial review
One
anyways
second.
acts
And
upon
therefore,
these things.
Shehzad
preempting.
Poonawalla, please let him speak.
Yeah.
That's
So
not
in
fair.
any case, Rahul Narvekar will have to look at who the original whip was. They will have to go back to the parliamentary
Viewers,
board
you see,
and elect a whip.
where the problem is.
But
You see where the problem is, viewers. You see where the problem is here tonight.